Okay, so welcome everyone. We are in book club. Okay, let me just try that one more time. Okay, did Lillian come in?
Yes.
Okay, okay, good. Okay, we are in book club for April the 6th. No, you know what? It did it again. It did it again. It's something to do with the slideshow. Wow, this is so interesting. Okay, I'll go here. And then it just disappears. Hmm. I don't know. I don't
Well,
know.
even
I
if
guess.
you disappear from view, we're all still here, so we can just ask questions, just say, excuse me, or we can do vocal, right? We don't have to raise our hands.
Okay. Yeah,
Because we
just
are still here, right? I was listening, it was no problem.
okay. Okay. Okay, good. So yeah, just speak up. Okay. So there we go. So April the 6th, book club. We're in the pubic chakra, pages 138 to 144. Okay, and there's my website, voiceoffreedom.ca. And we're welcoming everyone. Thank you for joining us. Everyone above, our star family, and the mother and the mighty archangel, Sanat Kumara, the ascended masters. Thank you, thank you. And let's surround ourselves with the mighty ones. Archangel Michael, always on the door wall with his blue, and Archangel Raphael with his emerald green along the next wall, and Archangel Uriel with the silver, and then Archangel Yophael on the fourth wall. And of course, Archangel Gabriel in the middle with Sanat Kumara and the golden energy. Michael helps burn away all doubt and denial, as does Archangel Gabriel. So if you're working and you're wondering about your clarity or the clarity of a situation, just bring in the mighty ones. They will help us understand. They love it when we are clear. It makes things easier here. And Uriel always is facing into our fears with his silver and bringing forth our truth. So it's very helpful to work with the mighty ones. It's just remembering in the moment to do it, because often we forget. And Lao Tzu, who taught us humility, really is helping us remember that everything is within the kingdom of heaven, everything and anything that is connected to you and your mission and your purpose, your heart's desires, what you're most excited about can always connected to your mission and your purpose and your intentions, why you came.
Can anybody else?
And so let's drop into our hearts right now, and we're going to go back. Let's ignite our tri-flame for that deeper clarity as well as balance, inner balance. And and then I'm going to extend the meditation a little bit. We'll go back into the law of intent meditation, just to help us remember our intentions. So breathe a color, any color that comes to you, and just hold it a moment in both hemispheres of your brain, because we're balancing both hemispheres. So just hold it there. And then on the out breath, drop down into your heart space, into that beautiful emerald green of your heart chakra. And sense your tri-flame, the healing, the awakening to the truth, and the action. So the healing that's so embedded in the blue, the Divine Mother, she wants us truly remembering who we are. And that's working with the blue, coming to peace with, what we've experienced all the lifetimes, and it often goes off planet. And then to the golden yellow, feel that expand. This is our value, really, really anchoring in our self-worth and our value so we can get to our purposes, our joy, the excitement of being here, creation. We want to be creating every day. and to the middle flame, to the awakening of our truth, to who you truly are, real deep healing for your inner child, what you've experienced as a child, because that trauma can carry with us until it is balanced and forgiven and blessed, basically. When you can bless all the experiences that you've been through, then it's much more it's easier to be in physical form and really ignite that truth that's at the base of your tri-flame in the middle of the pink flame. So yeah, expand it. Just feel that energy expanding and igniting and helping with everyday life. And then attach, braid that energy so that you extend that up to source, your connection to God, to the Divine Mother, to the Divine Father, that beautiful flow of energy from source that comes through all the chakras, and then extend and braid that energy also to the center of the planet. So we're really deeply grounded. We are ascending with our physical form. So we want to be in our form, not in any kind of fear of being in the body, and being grounded helps with that. So then bring the energy back up to the heart space. And we're going to go a little deeper. We're just going to do a part of the meditation deeper into your heart. Breathe in the golden energy. And on the out breath, go deeper. And at the bottom of our heart, we're going now down to the seat of our soul. This is at the bottom of the Valentine heart. And it's an access point into your golden temple in behind. So this is the top of the solar plexus chakra. So see a tiny pinprick of light there and fly through that pinprick portal of light to the interior chambers of your heart. Go now. And as we enter into these chambers, you see that these are magnificent walls. And upon these walls are written symbols, sentences, ancient languages, formulas, and all of this information we have brought with us for us to access, to assist us on our sacred journey. So just remember that access point is either right through the center of the heart and the silver spark in your tri-flame, or at the seat of your soul. There's two access points. And going into these chambers really helps with clarity. Previously, we have looked at this wall and we have discerned our sacred purpose. So remember that and anchor that as well. And that's something that's always unfolding. And you can be focusing on something that will take you even deeper into your purpose. So if you're excited about it, then pursue it. Today, we come to look for two things that relate to our intention for this lifetime. What was our intention in terms of our mission and purpose prior to returning to Earth? And it's always to be love. So just remember that it's a real overarching intention to be love. What was our plan, our agreement that we wrote on the walls of our heart prior to our return? So take a moment and read or feel or discern or listen. However we do this, this is something you can do every day. Come into this chamber and remember more and more and more about our purpose and our intentions. Open hearts and listen and feel and read. So often this information does not come through as English. It comes through as concepts, as deep knowing. What was our intention? Breathe and anchor that knowing. So always come back to the breath, knowing that it's the perfect balance of the masculine, the logical, and the creativity of the feminine, and you carry both energies. Not in just a deep meditative state, but ask it to be anchored also in our conscious waking awareness. What was our plan? What was our intention? Now we're going to move to the second piece of information that is useful for us. What is our intention for our life right now? What is the smaller piece? What is our intention in terms of our ascension, the completion of our ascension in this moment of now? So this changes as you work with this. And when you set the intentions, the list that Sanat Kumara gave us, you'll see it changes because our intention to become more and more balanced, to be more in alignment with our sacred purpose, we're always going deeper and deeper into that with this information. Look at the walls of our heart. Do not let preconceptions be our answer. So if something feels like it's very logical, often just sit with that and let it morph into more of a heart-centered concept. Allow this information to emerge rather than simply lay it out, and bring this knowing to our conscious awareness as well, and see how it is in direct alignment and balance with our overall intention for our life. See the divine perfection and our reflection of divinity in this. Now, with that knowing of both factors intact, simply gently open your eyes and give thanks and gratitude for this wondrous insight. So this practice, I wanted to remind us of this practice of going deeper and deeper into the heart, in behind the heart, into the golden chambers, and just sit there and listen, really. It's a practice, and every reading that I'm doing now, that my drum is coming out and I'm bringing us deeper and deeper into the heart space to remember. Because everything is in here. It's not found really in the mind. The mind comes into alignment with the heart. And we're balancing our self-love and our self-worth, really knowing our value. So all the old belief systems fall away, and we can align with our purpose, basically, right from the root chakra. So once it's anchored, that balance from our root, then we move into the communication. And this pubic chakra that we're working in, it's very much connected to the internet. All the communication that's going through social media, through, the YouTube channels, like, it's extraordinary how much information is available to us now because of the internet. So this chakra, we learned about our humility, again, working with gratitude, and the willingness of our being to extend ourselves to others, to help lift everyone up, to awaken everyone, to remember we're here to create peace on the planet. And when we look out, and there's a fair amount of chaos right now, there's purpose to the chaos. It's really bringing more and more people awake to make a decision of how they want to move forward. Do we choose peace here? And of course, the root chakra, really deeply knowing our value, foundational work of compassion, that non-judgment. There's a sacred law of purpose, and this one, the pubic, has the law of intent. So now Sanat Kumara continues on, and he says, as you become more and more familiar with your sacred purpose, you naturally eliminate all lack of self-worth. Underneath the belief systems that are unloving is lack of self-love and lack of self-worth. So really, become to value yourself more and more the more your purpose unfolds in front of you. One of the elements, what you are doing in eliminating this false grid, this cancer of the human collective of lack of self-worth, is the belief that no matter what you intend, it will not come to pass. So that's a very old system of hopelessness and futility. And it comes up in readings very often. I carry that where it just feels hopeless. So no, that's an old system. And sit still. And there's a way to eliminate that in this part of the message. So we'll go into that. When you go and align yourself with the sacred universal law of intent, and you ask that everything you do, think, feel, believe, be in alignment with that sacred law of intent, of which your intent is part, and then you keep to that practice daily, hourly. Remember how he said to anchor it into like a crystal and carry that with you? It will eliminate these feelings of lack. Because what happens is you become more anchored, more enmeshed in the fiber of truth, because the laws are the truth of God. And what I notice when I work with the universal laws is all the old systems start to just fall away because they can't be sustained when you work with universal law. You cannot be in the truth and hold a belief system that is not in alignment with truth, and lack of self-worth is not in alignment with any truth. It is part of the old. And the old excuses, like if you get an inkling of what your sacred purpose is and up comes the hopelessness, that's impossible, that'll never work. If you just keep sitting with it, the old hopelessness will fall away. It's just a matter of having the courage to face into it and really know that it will dissolve because it's not truth. It's not of truth. He does go the next, somebody called in and asked about, they were struggling, they were at college and they were struggling with alcohol and drugs. And he called in, he was really brave caller into the call-in show when these messages were originally channeled. And SK had this to say: the intent of being drunk, and it doesn't matter whether it is alcohol or drugs or ego, because they are all the same. Well, there are variations on a theme, he says. When you are using excess alcohol or drugs, what you are doing is you are trying to escape from your intention, from your sacred purpose. You are depressing yourself and you are repressing the truth of who you are. So while there is this ego statement of I am in the process of discovering myself, I am allowing the artist, the philosopher within to explore themselves. In fact, what you are doing is you are putting yourself, and this is true of college students, seniors, and middle-aged people, you are putting yourself in a position where you are limiting your scope, your imagination, your inspiration. You are shutting yourself down. You are shrinking yourself. So how do you reach a place where you are enjoying the experience of college and not engaging in behaviors that are basically self-defeating? It is a matter of finding the balance and the middle way. And the middle way is sitting in that heart space, really taking the time every day to sit in there, and the answers come forth. I am not suggesting to you that you never imbibe a beer or a glass of wine, but it is a matter of finding the middle way, and it is a matter of invoking the law of transmutation, so that when you are sipping that beer, that it is not giving you deleterious effects as well. You have not learned this enough yet, so you're not quite there yet, but you are getting there. The law of transmutation is all about really being grateful for the self, valuing the self. When we want you to enjoy and to celebrate the experience, and we use the word college, not education, because in college there are many factors. There is the education, there is the learning, there is expansion, new ideas, new experiences, new feelings, new environments, new friends, new enemies. What you are learning is the microcosm of how you wish your life and your creations to proceed. So do you want it to proceed in a drunken haze where you don't even remember and you aren't really having fun because you feel sick the next day? Or are you proceeding in a way that you are partaking of the fun, the friendships, the new ideas, but it is in a way that is serving you and therefore serving every person? Find the balance, be the leader instead of the follower. And then he goes on to talking about ideas. And he says, if the idea is not bringing you joy, so this is when, say you get an idea to do something new, if it is not bringing you joy, if it's not bringing you excitement, if it is not giving you that sense of deep fulfillment, then it simply is not part of your intent for this portion of the journey. So that's the test. If you're really excited about something, then no, it's connected to your sacred purpose. Do not proceed until it is in alignment with what you really want to do. It may be a past intent, it may be a future intent for part of your journey, but if the joy is not there, if the excitement is not there, if the desire to create the space to do this in a way that is enriching, not only monetarily, but to your very soul, then it is not a green light. So remember when he talked about sacred purpose, red light, green light? Excitement is green light. And then he says intent, I think this is it, yes. Intent, there are many branches on this tree and there are many leaves and many twigs. So if you think of your sacred purpose as the trunk of the tree and the roots of the tree, your primary intention is in the trunk of the tree, but some of the branches also need to be brought into alignment with your larger intent. And so your intent, your primary intent, and your and understanding is anchored. So the tree metaphor is really a great one. If you can feel yourself like a tree, because a tree is very grounded and it's always sending out loving energy. So with our intent, our greater intent was always to be like that. And then we're just bringing our ideas into alignment, basically. Just think of it as the branches of the tree. There are about 4 intentions to come into alignment. So for example, I intend that I have the perfect physical setup, location, nest, facility in which to offer my services. This is for if your sacred purpose is connected to a service. I intend that helpful people, cooperative people, collegial people are available to me to assist in this. I intend that the flow of individuals who will benefit from my particular talents will be stepping forward. And I intend that I can go to my tree and pick and enjoy the fruit. So we want to be in that flow of financial abundance. If that's part of the sacred purpose, we want good people around us. We want a great space. So it's pertinent to many of our purposes. Intention to let abundance flow clearly is important. It is in the breakdown of the various branches. So it is that the abundance is there to pay each and every bill, every commitment, and that there is so much left over that every dream, every desire is fulfilled. Now, what I've noticed about abundance, and this goes into feeling that value for yourself, that gratitude for yourself, when you're in that energy, it is a flow and it's flowing around you. It goes out and comes back. So that deep knowing of your self-worth is really important. And that's why they talk about eliminating all lack of self-worth, because it brings us into the flow. And it's really quite simple. It is gratitude. The more we're in gratitude to the self, and then the humility, remember being able to bless everyone and their talents. So no jealousy, no control, letting people be, and all of us working together to create a planet that works. So these bottom chakras with their divine states and laws are really foundational. So stay in the intent and do not allow the lack or limitation issues to intrude. So limitation, it's anxiety, thinking we're not connected to our guides, it's worry, it's doubt. Yeah, and that can interfere. The whole feeling hopeless. Yeah, just if it comes up, just sit in it and just watch it dissolve. But have the courage to do that. Don't go running off to do something else. Take the time and really, really explore what these old feelings are. They come from childhood, they come from family, they've come down through the family line, and it's just time to eliminate them now. When the tree is thirsty and there hasn't been rain for several days or weeks, it puts its roots deep into Gaia. Put your roots deep into Gaia and draw up the moisture, the minerals, the richness that are there for you to call upon. The tree does not forget that all is there, otherwise it would wither and die. So yeah, really sit still, root yourself like a tree, and face into the old sensations and feelings and let them dissipate, and then allow what is your heart's desire to emerge, because it gets covered up with the old unloving feelings, and then it blocks us. We have no desire to see you wither and die, not through tax evasion or financial constraints or the not being able to follow your dreams. Put your roots down, anchor firmly, and pull it up. Then go to the top of your tree and receive from the great central sun and the heart of the mother what you want. Intend, open, receive. It is your sole agreement to share. You always share. What do you open your heart to receive? So as we give, just know it comes back as receiving. As you give, you must receive. So these intentions that he shared with us in the last session are really can be very expansive. Once you start working with them, they expand and they change. They do not stay the same. So intention for your day, for your week, for your behavior, what you choose to receive throughout the day. I mean, this is really fun stuff. You can make it really fun. How I wish to interact with others, the inspiration I wish to receive. Like you can say you want to receive more about your sacred purpose, and it comes in. Our guides are always talking to us. If you invoke Sanat Kumara, he will come and he will help you understand what your sacred purpose is and and intentions that are connected to it. So what happens when the fear comes up, it freezes us. So he says, understand and look at it. The thing about fear, which is the twin of anger. So if you're getting mad about something, know it's connected to fear. Because very often when you're afraid, you also get angry that things have not materialized or manifested. The thing about fear is it freezes you in place, and then it also calls upon its cousin doubt, which will knot your very heart. So you have put yourself, and I do not say this in a way of criticism, you simply put yourself in a place where it's very difficult to escape, but it is not impossible, and it can be done as quickly as this. So he's going to give us a technique now. But this was another person that called in and said, I'm afraid. I don't know what to do. I'm afraid. So now he's explaining it. I've not taught you the law of elimination, so we will not go there, but I will invoke Archangel Michael, and you can use his sword. So everyone has their own sword as well. There's all different types of swords. It's a spiritual sword to cut away what doesn't work. And it's to hold it up to, you have a shield, you have a sword. They're very powerful. And then he says, think of fear as being tied up, chained down, incapacitated, tied to the railway tracks, and you see the train is coming and you believe the train is coming, because mostly fear is not about truth. So how many of us have been in this place? That's the MO of this planet. It is about illusion and it is about ego. And ego wants to stay in control. Remember what he said to do when the ego comes up, to really love the ego, and it will calm right down. So what you're doing is you're allowing ego to run rampant and to bring you every excuse under the rainbow about what won't work, what you can't be capable of, and what you can't accomplish. If you can look at this with me right now and laugh, it will dispel the fear. And I explain this a lot in the reading room. If you can be laughing about your situation, the old energy cannot stick to us. It immediately dissolves because we're laughing and we're seeing the humor in the situation. Then take the sword of Michael, invoke Archangel Michael, and let him cut all the ties that bind, all the ties, because it limits you and you were never intended to be limited. So again, it's sitting still and allowing Michael to come and help. And that's you receiving help from the higher realms. So, and then he says, so make your intention, your primary intention, in alignment, invoking the sacred law of intent. The intent that all fear, all limitation, all feelings of inadequacy be eliminated right now. And this works. It works really fast. So basically, it's calling on Sanat Kumara and the law of intent and Archangel Michael to cut all the ties that bind us to what doesn't work. The intent that all fear, all limitation, all feelings of inadequacy be eliminated right now. You can even do it right before you fall asleep at night, and it will happen overnight. You'll wake up refreshed. Or if the fear comes up in the middle of the day, just remember to call on Michael and Sanat Kumara and invoke the law of intent. Okay. So what was the two things? What was our intention? What was our intention, our mission and purpose, our plan, the agreement we wrote on the walls of the heart before returning to earth, and what is our intention for our life right now? What is the smaller piece? And it's really the healing. It's the intent that all fear, all limitation, all feelings of inadequacy be eliminated right now, because it gives you, when they are, all of a sudden you have all this energy to step forth and try something new. So this is some of the things that I intend for, like intention for your day. You can intend that all fear, all limitation, all feelings of inadequacy be eliminated today, right now, for compassion, for elimination of all judgment and the hopelessness. Compassion is really being so loving to everyone. Intention for my week. Again, you can intend that all limitation, all fear, all feelings of inadequacy be eliminated so that we're more grounded. Intention for my behavior, humility, truly grateful for the many blessings bestowed upon each and all. Intention for what I choose to receive throughout the day. You can intend for money. The reason I put money in here, you can intend for that. If it's money that you want more of, intend it. If you want to be more in flow with your sacred purpose, naturally it will be in alignment with financial abundance too. How I wish to interact with others, always with generosity and kindness. But remember your boundaries, always boundaries are important. Inspiration I wish to receive, inner and outer balance, greater joy. You can tailor this to however you like. And it's kind of fun to see what comes in the moment when you work with this list. Intention to be in alignment with sacred purpose And then as you're intending for yourself, it automatically goes to the whole planet because energy moves so fast. So you can intend peace on earth for everyone feeling safe. So if you intend for a feeling of safety within yourself, know that it's going out to humanity. If you're intending for peace inside yourself, know that it's automatically going out to humanity. That's how it works. As within, so without, in the blink of an eye. So here's a little review of what Archangel Michael wants us to do with fear. First, he asks us to laugh, then invoke him with his sword to cut all the ties that bind, and invoke Sanat Kumara and the sacred law of intent that all fear, all limitation, all feelings of inadequacy be eliminated right now. And I recommend sit still, lie down, allow this to happen, listen to your guides, and know there can be layers to fear. So remember this small invocation of SK and Michael's sword, and come back and invoke it again and again and again. If the fear comes up, do it again because there's layers to it. It's many, many, many lifetimes. And think of all the violence and situations that we've been involved with. So it's just, but once you get in the flow of really feeling joyous, that expands. So just know the fear dissipates and the joy expands. And here he's saying that the laws that are on earth right now, he says, look to our own laws, the laws of your country. They are fashioned on the laws of the universe. Have they lost their way? Have they become bastardized? Yes, but the original intent of human law, of fairness, of equality, of freedom to create was based on universal law. So simply choose any law and you will see a human law, and it is a reflection. The elements of the divine law are there. So for any human to suggest that universal law does not exist is simply denial. And that is not something you wish to participate in. He says he asks us to be brave, to be outspoken, and to keep going and read the chambers of our hearts. That is one of the most important things, to keep going into the self. Expand your intent, your law of purpose, and call me. He loves being called. Go with my love and go with incredible peace and celebrate. Celebrate what you are creating, what you are doing, and know you are not in charge. That's another thing. I've actually eliminated the word control because out of my I try not to use it because we are not in control in any way. We are coming more and more into divine alignment and into working with everyone as one on the planet. Okay, so this is just a little bit of a review. When you align yourself with the sacred universal law of intent, and you ask that everything you do, think, feel, believe, be in alignment with that sacred law of intent, of which your intent is part, and then you keep to that practice daily, hourly, it will eliminate feelings of lack. Because what happens is you become more anchored, more enmeshed in the fiber of truth, because the laws are the truth of God. You cannot be in the truth and hold a belief system that is not in alignment with truth. Lack of self-worth is not in alignment with any truth. It is part of the old. When you are operating in ways that are meaningful to you, when you are when you are intending that which is a balance of love, of charity, of compassion for you, then of course it has the same reflection throughout all of your planet, all of humanity. Okay, so there we are. Just knowing when you're in your mastery, it's really helping the rest of all of the beings on the planet. We're creating a planet of peace, love, and joy, and with a huge gratitude to Sanat Kumara and all the beings that are helping us, our star family. We have so much help all around us. And you can be like this great big lighthouse in the middle and just send out energies. Just know that it's going way out and back every time you're in that state of joy. It's contagious. It is contagious. Okay, so now let's just see if I can come back to the middle here. There we go. Okay. That was really interesting doing it without being able to see anybody. Yeah. Okay. So have we gone way over? Oh, we haven't even. Okay, so we can still do our sending of love out to the planet. But if you have to go, that's okay. Were there any questions or anything about that? It was pretty straightforward. Really staying in our intent. Yes, Darren.
I just have a comment, in years gone by, I used to wake up in the middle of the night with fears, different fears would come in, and I would call Archangel Michael and they would disappear immediately. He's very, very good at clearing out fear.
Yes, he is. Yeah. Jane or Stefan, did you want to say something?
Yes, so the weather's been nice enough for us to have our toes in the rocks, in the water, in the creek again.
Mm-hmm.
And so I've been using that platform as my place of intent. And I have this silly, I'm a crazy rock lady. And so all of a sudden I see heart-shaped rocks everywhere. And then rocks that have a complete circle around them. I don't know if I shared this before. It means it's a wish or a treasure rock. And I learned this when I was in Sedona climbing a rock. And this Inca Indian told me about this. And so ever since that, I've been very curious about looking for rocks like that. And so Stefan found that we have it. The biggest, perfect, thick wish treasure rock, and then huge heart-shaped rocks. We've been doing this for the last 3 days.
We've got a little collection going in the front yard.
I'm like, okay, they're coming with us because to me, it's a sign and a symbol to keep doing this work. And Stefan can stay in this creek water so long. I can't. He's a polar bear. It just gives me a brain freeze. So I do for as long as I can. And then I just have my feet on a wet rock. But he's actually standing in it for, I'd say, 15, 20 minutes. No problem. So
I've heard that it is really good for men to do that for the masculine, but it's not as good for us. Like as you said, like for a feminine, it's something to do with our physiology.
I can do it longer in the summer when it's warmer out and the creek isn't as cold. But yes, once again, listen to your body. And so it's not supposed to be uncomfortable. So I do what I can. And then I don't know if Stefan has shared that he was part of a business networking group. And so he said, well, didn't I ever give you a pen from BNI Lionsgate? And I said, no. And their tagline was called Givers Gain because it's a networking group. And, to me, that's a business statement. But I do feel, as you know, the more you give, the more you get, as within, so without. So you put it out and we do gain every single time.
Yep. Yep. As you give, you must receive. That's how it works. It's like the infinity.
And whether that what you're receiving might be a lesson.
Yeah, but the more you're in alignment, you won't attract that.
Okay.
Like, depending on if you put out an intention to be love and to experience love, guess what? Yeah, that's how important the intentions in alignment, in divine alignment. Yeah, the more we intend to be in divine alignment, that's what comes to us. That's what's so exciting about this work. Yeah, and it becomes more and more joyful. You become more and more giggly. Like it just happens. Yeah. They want us in our joy. There's planets that are highly evolved because the people are in their joy, or the beings are in their joy. Hmm.
I want to be there.
Yeah.
I'd like to live in that.
Yeah. No.
100%.
Yeah, that's where we're headed.
Well,
So,
you can't be in fear and enjoy at the same time. So if you eliminate the fear, then the joy is
yeah, that's
what,
what's there.
yeah.
That's who we are. That's why going into the heart and into the golden chambers, that's what you find.
Mhm.
Mhm. Yeah, but it's a practice and it's consistency. Yeah. Hmm.
Consistency.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. That's beautiful. Love that. Okay, so shall we send out some joy to the world?
Yes.
Let's do it. All right. So I'll put myself on mute and I'll set the timer and we'll see everyone in 10 minutes. Okay. That was 10 minutes. Goes by so quick. Well, that was.
Thank you, Kathleen. It's always a joy.
Oh,
So
thank you for coming. We appreciate you, Marion. Thank you.
Thank you, Miriam.
Mhm.
Have a good week.
Mhm.
Thank you, and y'all have a good week too.
You.
Thanks.
Who
Too.
I had an epiphany while I was meditating.
Mhm.
I want to learn everyone's gifts.
That's a good one.
So, yeah, I mean, I figure if I can be curious about them and understand them, then it'll make me feel good.
Mhm.
I love that. Excellent.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really beautiful. That's good.
Oh, thank you.
So that those everyone's gifts will come forth. You will learn them all. Or did you want to hear them right now?
Well, I can make a list for people if they want to give me their gifts. That was a joke.
I thought you were meaning, I thought you were meaning humanity, like everybody that you met, you want to be curious about where their gift is. Is it
No,
beyond
individuals.
Okay. So us.
Individuals.
Yes.
You're talking about us in the group, or
Or
Well, I
everybody
know
that
pretty
you
much.
meet.
I can tell you what yours are, but I was thinking more about people that I meet.
oh, I
Yeah,
see. Okay.
that's what I thought.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. That's why it's beautiful. I love that.
Yes,
Really
it's
do.
beautiful.
mean, why we're here.
Yes.
Yeah. It gets a little
Well,
creepy when we're just keeping it to
I don't
ourselves.
know if it's why we're here. It's just whatever their gifts are in terms of how they present themselves,
Mhm.
what
Yes.
their inspirations are, and all that kind of stuff.
Yes, that's beautiful. Oh, that's a really beautiful intention. Thank you.
Thank you.
Mhm. Okay.
You want to say that?
Well,
Yeah.
we will meet again in 1 week, and I'll send out the information if you want to review it. There's a lot of people that the email with the video is going to. It's like over 150 people. So mhm.
Yeah. Cool.
Good.
Mhm.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So there's more and more people. There is not a lot of interest to come in on Monday nights, but the people that I meet are really busy. Like they're all working and all that kind of thing. So.
Hey,
But they're accessing the YouTubes and they're opening the email.
good.
The open rate is really high, so at least the information's going out. Mhm. Yeah, my email list is over 300 now. Yeah.
Wow. Good. That's incredible.
Congratulations, Kathleen.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, that's great, yeah.
Yeah, that's great. That's awesome. This and more.
Yeah, yeah. It's just we just want the information to go out. It's just
Yes.
even if it's an inkling, it helps.
Correct.
Yeah. Okay. Good. Okay. Well, I'm going to say thank you to everyone, and I'm just going to stop the recording.